Hello, in this video I'm going to show you the Facebook email splash winning alert email phishing scam. I'm going to be using a program called IPNet Info. IPNet Info allows you to view information about the sender, including the country the email originated from, the network names, the owner of the emails, the contact info, the IP address range, host name, and resolve name. IPNet Info can help you quickly determine if an email is fake or not. I'll also be using a Firefox add-on called Web of Trust. You can install Web of Trust by going to Tools, then Add-ons. Type in WOT, all capital letters, install it, and you're good to go. Web of Trust rates websites, links, and attachments according to user reports and their contents. And I'm going to begin by defining the term phishing. Phishing is the act of attempting to acquire information such as usernames, passwords, credit card details, and money by masquerading as a trustworthy entity in an electronic communication such as an email or instant message. Communications purporting to be from popular social websites like Facebook, auction sites like eBay, online payment processors like PayPal, or IT administrators are commonly used to lure the unsuspecting public. Phishing emails may contain links to websites that are infected with malware. Phishing is typically carried out by email spoofing or instant messaging, and it often directs users to enter details at a fake website whose look and feel are almost identical to the legitimate one. Phishing is an example of social engineering techniques used to deceive users. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And I'll start with the obvious. This does not look like a Facebook communication. There's no blue border. There's no Facebook logo anywhere. Nothing like that. The first thing I could do is I could copy the title of the email. And I could Google it. Pretty much every one of these sites are telling you that it's a scam. So I'll go back to the email. So now we have a pretty good idea already, but if we wanted to go further, we could look at the body of the email. The first thing you should notice is it takes them 3 lines sometimes to complete a sentence. They have one word on one line here. They capitalize words that shouldn't be capitalized. A lot of grammatical errors here, and they do it all the way down. It's a very unprofessional, very amateuristic, actually, type of email, I would think. But the problem is people are falling for this. Here they give you a ticket number, and they give you a ballot number, and it tells me right here, your account emerged as the 6th beneficiary in this promo and was chosen at random by our digital random internet processing service. So they're saying that my Facebook account was chosen as the 6th out of 10 to win this money. And then here's the biggest red flag of the whole video. I don't have a Facebook account. So obviously I would just spam this out right away. They do mention Mark Elliott Zuckerberg throughout the email, and he is actually the founder of Facebook. That's the only truth in this whole email. And then down further below it says, being the 6th beneficiary out of the 10 for this year's Facebook promotional lottery sweepstakes. See, it's so bad I can't even hardly read it. You fall in the second category for the winning, which is category B. And look at this. Istanbul. There's a red flag. And then they give the payment districts in London, UK, with the fiduciary agent information being given below. And they give all this information here about this guy here. And then it says, get to him with the below information as soon as you get the notification and get your cash. So they give you a sense of urgency here, like you better hurry. And then down here it says, as soon as possible, as 3 winners among the 10 that won have already gotten there. So now they're trying to make you believe that 3 people have already received their winnings. Below that, they want all your information. They want the full name, full contact address, occupation, phone number, email ID, marital status, age, what country you're in, your email address, your mailing address, and then they want the ticket and ballot number that they had up here. And it says right here, do not disclose this to anyone. Do not tell anybody that you won, obviously, because they're going to tell you they're full of crap. And again, down at the bottom, they did actually use Mark Elliott Zuckerberg's name. And again, this is the only truth in this whole email, is that Mark Elliott Zuckerberg is the founder of Facebook. And if I scroll up, now I'm going to go here to the drop down arrow, and I'm going to go to show original. This is the header of the email. This is where most of the information is that we're looking for. And typically what I do is I'd start going through and I'd start looking for anything that I could look up in here that looks odd. And I'm going to start right here. I can't pronounce this name, but it's .com.br. BR means Brazil. So there's a heads up. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to open IPnet info. Click on the IP button to clear the screen. I'm going to paste what I just copied into it and then click OK. And there it tells you, yes, it's from Brazil. So that's not even close to the UK. Now if I was to take this entire header, copy it, go back to IPnet info, click on the IP button, clear the screen, paste what I just copied into the box, and then click OK. And there you go. Right after this you could just stop. You see here where it goes from Google's server in California, goes to Brazil, to the Virgin Islands, to Nigeria, big red flag, Brazil, back to the US and Colorado, and then to Switzerland. So this email is bouncing everywhere except for where it should be going. And that would be enough to make you stop right there. But if you even want to go further, you could start looking up the network names, the owners' names. You could look up the IP ranges if you wanted to. The contact names are helpful. Sometimes the addresses are helpful. A lot of times you can get information from the domain off the emails, also off the abuse emails. You can get information from host names and resolve names. But we already see what we need to see. I don't need to go any further than this. This email is definitely a scam. And I'm going to close this out. And as I'm looking through here, I'm going to find things like this that just look odd. And I'm going to look this up. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go into Google. And see what comes up. So you can definitely tell that this is from Brazil just by the contents. And that's about all I get off this. I'm not going to click on anything. I'm not going to open anything. This is Web of Trust here. This green circle right here. This is Web of Trust telling you that this site is okay to go to. But because I know what's going on here with the email, I'm not going to click on anything. Down here you see is a question mark. That means not enough people have reported it yet, so Web of Trust doesn't really know if it's safe or not. So you'd be entering that at your own risk. There's also, let me see if I can find one here. Here we go. There's also the red one. The red circle means do not go here. If you go here, you are in trouble. And not only that, but you see what this is? This is exactly what we were looking up. And then there's also a yellow one that's kind of like a warning, just another one that kind of enter at your own risk kind of things. There it is. And I really don't need to go any further. If I didn't already know that this was fake, I could still start picking things apart through the header here, and sometimes even through the body you can find things that you can throw in there that'll give you some good information. I'm going to close this out. So we have definitely proved that this email is a scam. Hopefully this video helped you and you learned a few different ways to investigate an email and learn if it is a scam or not. Again, hundreds of thousands of people already have fallen for this. Don't be suckered into this. Do your research, and as always, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.